Hey you guys, it's Monica and welcome back. And so today I'm making another door sign because I make signs now. It's something that I think I enjoy. My mom keeps asking me to make other ones well, she says her coworkers keep asking, but I ain't making it. And so I seen this. It's grouped under Halloween, but it's a pumpkin, y'all, and it's still fall. And this one lights up. And so I saw this. Y'all seen it was $5. And when I tell you this thing is heavy, it is very heavy. And so yeah. Somebody left a comment on the video that's like 3 or 4 years old telling me that I treat y'all like crap. And so I'm going to try my best not to cuss you guys out in this video. So yeah, let's get started. So what I'm doing is you're like, she gonna say that and just keep going. Absolutely. So I just mixed up a little bit of Mod Podge with some acrylic paint. And I'm going to use that as the adhesive to put the glue on there. And so I was like really conflicted because I'm like, if I were to glitter over the LED light, it would still shine through, right? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to glitter over it and I'm also not going to epoxy over it. I'm just going to work around it. I did not stick to that, but that's where I was going in. And if anybody has I'm still looking for figuring out what kind of brush I want to use moving forward because the Dollar Tree is no longer fun and they don't sell these Wet n Wild brushes anymore. At least none of the ones by my house. So whatever brushes y'all are using, let me know so I can give them a test. And so I'm going to be using Sunset Glitter. It's like a bright iridescent orange. So it's not really giving like sad fall. It's giving happy fall. And it's super bright. And so I'm just going in and I pressed it a little too hard. You can see those ripples. That's literally just because of where I pressed it. But I'm like, worst case scenario, I'm going to wipe a little bit off. Put a little bit more on. If it still looks ridiculous, we'll do second coat. If second coat looks ridiculous, we'll just go in there and put a sticker over it. We're not going to stress out about it. We're not going to freak out. And so I couldn't get up to the edge of because the LED light's a little raised compared to the board itself. And so I'm just using a small paintbrush and going in there around the edges. And this is when I was like, damn, I should have just glittered over it because this is annoying. And doing it little by little to make sure it doesn't dry. But again, I be making these boards for my mama, so she gonna get whatever I get, whatever I can get done. Because baby, if I was making this for a customer, y'all know I'm a Virgo, and so Lord, my nerves get bad and stuff. But when I'm just practicing, and I know it's just my mom, my nerves aren't that bad because she gonna get whatever I give her because she does not pay me, and so therefore, this is what you get. But of course, we still want it to look nice because, duh. But yeah. And so off camera, I just did the same thing on the outside edge. I didn't want to bore you guys, but I did decide to go in with a second coat because again, like I said earlier, where I had pressed down with my little fingers. So just to see if a second coat can kind of even out where those ripples are a little bit. And this is when I started to get a little wild with it because I'm like, forget that. I'm not doing that again where I'm going around the edge separately. I'm just going to push up right against the LED light and I'm going to clean it up with a Q-tip. Because that is way quicker than how I did it the first time. Because we're learning as we go, right? Y'all, I don't make signs professionally. I'm a hobbyist for these kinds of things. And so we'll learn as we go. And I'm like, if anything gets on there that I don't like, I'll just use a scraper. And I end up using just an X-Acto knife just to get it off. I wasn't going to let this stress me out. And stop letting y'all's craft stress y'all out. As someone who has stressed for many years about their crafts, but now it's to the point where I'm just going with the flow because I no longer make things for people. And if I do make something for someone, you're getting what I give you, okay? Baby, look how bright that thing is shining. I love this color. This color looks so good. It's so cool seeing glitter in different forms besides cups because, I feel like sometimes we don't get to appreciate it in a different form because we've never seen it in a different form. But now, I'm seeing it all the time. You see now I'm using the X-Acto knife to clean it up. You're like, wow, this thing is dazzling. And so I did decide to go ahead and seal it in. And I'm using the same techniques that I use for cups. It's kind of crazy because the methods transcend the medium, is that the right word? The foundation of whatever you're using. But I did it the same way I would have did a cup. Mod Podge to glitter, sealing with polyacrylic, I'm going to, and then seal with epoxy. Like, it's all the same. So I think it's really just, once you get good at doing it one way, for me it was cups, you probably could do this in different forms. So I moved on to signs. It's like, I don't know where I go from here, but yeah. Or if you're a sign maker, if you get a spinner, you probably won't be too bad at making tumblers once you know you've done it a few times. And so I am using the Fast Set epoxy. I think that was KS resin. I'll leave a link to it below. It's like a 4-hour epoxy, and I like it. I like the KS resin one. I think it's probably one of my more favorite ones of the Fast Set ones. I feel like it doesn't heat up too bad, and it kind of it still has pretty good working life, and it's pretty even. So that's why I chose that for the sign. And y'all can see I am wearing gloves, working with the window open, because even though we're not doing cups, we are still following our safety methods. Normally, this is the part where I would cuss you guys out, but I'm not doing that because I don't want anyone who I've since blocked to come and say I'm treating you guys like crap. And I feel like I've never treated y'all like crap. I feel like when I be cussing y'all out, it's very pointed. Like, the people know who they are. Like, I had to take a little break because in my last video, I explicitly told you guys that this channel is an escape. I want people to come here to just take a break from life, enjoy life. It's not about politics or anything over here. I have my own set of beliefs that I have in my own life. And someone chose to come and put one of the candidates' names in the comments. I have removed that comment within hours because I don't sleep. But because, again, some of y'all just can't resist. And I feel like those are the things that trigger me to come on here and cuss y'all out. And so instead of me doing that, that's why I took the last few weeks off. Because I really wanted to come on here and cuss y'all out, specifically that person that did that, because you just don't listen. And that's just disheartening because, again, everyone's welcome over here. And it is never my goal to create a divided environment here on the internet. And so when some people's beliefs are so staunch, and the crazy thing is, y'all can imagine who the person put in why I deleted. I would have deleted no matter whose name they put, but like, why are you over here? I'm black. And the person you put quite literally does not like people darker than the bathroom color of your walls. And so I was very confused by that. Anyways, let's keep going. Off my soapbox, not cussing anyone out. Like, we just had a very heartfelt conversation. Let's keep going. And so I'm just using vinyl. And then I'm going to use a UV just fall vibes. And I went with fall because, remember, fall is all the way up until winter. Just because Halloween passed, y'all, does not mean it's not fall no more. Some of y'all are watching have y'all Christmas tree up. I know you have your Christmas tree up. Girl, can we get to Thanksgiving first? Who is making the macaroni and cheese? Who is making the yams? You don't know because you didn't already put your Christmas tree up. You're planning on Christmas dinner. You're probably wondering who making the black eyed peas for New Year's because you just skip right ahead. I am not. I do not put my Christmas tree up until the day after Thanksgiving, and it is down before New Year's because I come from a superstitious family. But yeah, same stylings as last time. And so that's just like a copper metallic vinyl, and I just cut it up on my Cricut. So yeah. And this is a part where you can get funky with it. I know I had nails at the beginning of the video. I took them off. This was like, that's a whole nother story that has nothing to do with what I do here, but me and my nail man be getting into it. And so at this point, that's when I told myself that I was going to epoxy over the whole thing. I know y'all seen in the last curve where I was epoxying that I did it like in 2 steps like I did the glitter. I said, forget all that noise because that UV had came over where the light bar is. And so I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to cover up the whole thing. Nothing can go wrong. I'm not going to worry about it. And so that's what I'm doing. And when you're doing this, make sure, I didn't even mention this to y'all, but but if you were to do this and it wasn't like a battery pack on the back, make sure that you have it propped up on something, because that'll just make it easier. You can see I'm able to turn it, but that's just literally because there's that battery pack on the back. But if not, I would have had it propped up on a couple of the cups that I used to mix everything up. I did use that other heat gun. It didn't do nothing, so I switched to this. So I switched to my good one, and this is the final product. So let me know if you guys like this down in the comments. And follow me on all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest at PeriodSixDesigns. And I will see you guys in the next one.